Hi everybody, welcome to Cafe. I'm Clarence Reynolds.
And I'm Carissa Clark. Great to be back here with you to share all of the fun and exciting events happening this week.
Let's go to the Central Florida Zoo because Crystal is there with something really special. Hey Crystal.
Hi Crystal.
The Central Florida Zoo and Botanical Gardens offers a unique way to not only experience Florida, but hundreds of different animals in their habitats here at the zoo. And we are here with the Director of Animal Operations. This is Chris Torge. And you have quite a few residents here at the zoo, right?
That's correct. We have over 350 individual animals here at the Central Florida Zoo, from our smallest little tarantula up to our giant giraffe.
You know, what I do love about walking through the boardwalk of the zoo is you might encounter, some incredible birds as you're walking that are in different exhibits. You have a great way of really folding in the animals to this wild Florida swamp experience here.
Yeah, so we have a unique experience with our botanical gardens and the fact that we are such an outside zoo with all of the lush environments that we have, that we can have the gardens and the exhibits all sort of melding together. So it is a great fun experience.
What are some of the big draws for the zoo? The ones that people come here and they have to see?
I think a lot of people come here for nostalgic reasons because they came here as kids themselves and they fed, the goats in the barnyard and they fed the giraffes before, and now they're bringing their kids to feed the giraffe. And also the rhinoceros is always a big hit too. We always want to make it unique for our guests, and then we always want to, up the standards of all of our animal care too, so that sometimes means making exhibits bigger and enhancing those exhibits.
And because this is built on a swamp, which I love because it feels so Florida, you even have a gator in one of the areas that kind of snuck its way in.
Yeah, we do have a gator in one of our retention ponds. He's a visitor, but we also have 2 American alligators that are part of our collection, along with 2 other crocodiles too.
You guys have a really great opportunity with everyone coming in to really educate and also open their eyes to the conservation that is so important for people in your field and at this zoo.
Yes, so that's a big part of why the zoo is here, to educate all of our guests. So last year we had over 55,000 people take part in our education programs, and that includes our daily classes, it includes zoo camps which happen throughout the year, and then our special events like night hikes and things like that.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you guys are always doing something. If you guys check out their website, you will see there are family activities, there are seasonal activities, in addition to the zoo being open and offering just this beautiful opportunity to see all these kinds of animals.
Yes, we're always busy here. So our events that are coming up soon are Hippity Hop, so that's our Easter celebration. And also one of the favorites for the community is Brews at the Zoo.
Brews at the Zoo. Now, we were able to experience the Asian Lantern Festival. That's really become a huge event for you all.
That's correct, yeah. So that takes over the zoo for a couple of months, and this year we welcomed over 90,000 guests into our doors for that event.
So what makes the Central Florida Zoo so unique in your experience? You've been in this field quite a while. It's such a welcoming place for families to be able to walk across the boardwalk, to bring their snacks, to bring their strollers. I mean, this is just a fun day to experience the zoo.
Yeah, we are a family-friendly zoo, so when you first come in, you'll see the train, so you can have a train ride with your family. There's also the splash pad and our playground. And in terms of our exhibits, we like to have animals here that you're not going to find at all of our other zoos that you will find, an hour or 2 away. So we have our Jacoan peccaries, we have our Fusa, we have our blue dikers. So these are animals that you're not going to see at all of those other bigger zoos that are around the corner.
I was going to say, I need to get out my dictionary because I don't know what you just said, but that's what it's about, right?
Yes.
It's about becoming educated. It's about learning about all these different species of animals, and you have a lot of species here too, right?
Yes, we have many species of animals. We have a large, very big reptile collection, and that includes one of the largest venomous reptile collections here in the state of Florida.
Yikes, but that's a good way to experience it in a
Yes.
controlled environment here at the zoo. So you also have animal encounters in addition to all these events and just having this beautiful day at the zoo. You can get up close with some of these animals, right?
Correct. So for a small donation, you're welcome to feed our giraffe, and that happens from 10 to 3 every day. There's also certain days throughout the week where you can meet a rhinoceros. And then on Friday, Saturday, and Sundays, we do what we call Amazing Reptiles, where some of our reptile keepers will come out into a demonstration area and show you some of our reptiles, and some of which will be venomous.
Okay. Well, at the end of the day, why do you think it's so important for people to be able to come and learn and experience the zoo?
For us, it's all about conservation. So if you come here and you see something that inspires you, to recycle more or plant a butterfly garden or donate to a conservation fund, then we've done our job.
So just something to be able to inspire someone coming in to learn more, to do more, to be more involved in nature.
Correct, and you never know, because I was that little kid that was always excited to see the animals at the zoo, and now here I am.
Now you get to see them every day.
Yes.
Well, thank you so much, Chris Torch, the Director of Animal Operations here at the Central Florida Zoo. And as you can see, there is a lot more to learn, so please check out their website at centralfloridazoo.org.
Crystal always has so much fun there.
Yeah.
It is so beautiful. It's really, really wonderful there. It's so relaxing, wonderful for family, like fun with your kids. Get all that energy out.
Yeah.
Celebrate the wildlife.
And learn something about the animals.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's always important to learn.
It's nice.
Right? Wonderful.
Absolutely. Well, if you're a senior with a desire to express some creativity, check out the Orange County Office on Aging's Life Information for Elders seminar on December 17th at noon. Local artist Rosie Acosta will help you unleash your artistic talents with a beautiful holiday-themed painting session in a relaxed and inspiring atmosphere. It takes place at the Orlando Public Library North Orange branch, and seats are limited and registration is required. So send an email to officeonaging@ocfl.net, or you can call 407-836-7446.
Check out the opening night reception of the City Arts Third Thursday Gallery Hop, where there's always something new. This month's edition takes place on December 19th from 6 to 9 p.m. The series features a maker's market, live performances, and food trucks. Third Thursday's footprint now covers a wide area of downtown Orlando. For tickets, go to downtownartsdistrict.eventbrite.com.
Experience the sights and sounds and cool technology of the season at a holiday drone show. This show will feature a dazzling display of synchronized drones flying in formation to create beautiful holiday-themed designs in the night sky. Attendees will be able to watch the 15-minute light show from the comfort of their own blankets and lawn chairs, and it takes place at Lake Eola on December 21st with performances at 6:30 and 8 p.m. For more information, visit downtownorlando.com.
Immerse yourself in the wonder and mystery of the holidays at Dazzling Nights, an interactive holiday event at Lou Gardens. You'll experience epic lighting installations, photo moments, and live entertainment. This is the 5th year for the event, and it has been completely redesigned to be bigger and more interactive than ever. It takes place now until January 5th, and you can get more information on tickets at lougardens.org.
The jewels in the crown of Central Florida is the Orlando Ballet, and we are joined by its artistic director, Jordan Morris. Thank you for being with us today.
Thank you for having me.
This time of the year, the Orlando Ballet does something really special. It is a lot of people's favorite, the Nutcracker. Tell us about this version of the Nutcracker.
This will be the second year of a brand new Nutcracker that we premiered last season. A very ambitious project for the organization, $3.6 million price tag on it. I spent 3 years from storyboarding and scripting, going back through the music, re-envisioning what we all know the Nutcracker, going back to the original stories by Alexandre Dumas and E.T.A. Hoffman, and trying to combine everything that was there, add something fresh. I wanted it to be something very unique for Orlando. So we added a lot of things to it, but this is really a one-of-a-kind production for Orlando and for Central Florida, really.
What one or two things are people most surprised or wowed by?
They're out in my version of Nutcracker. Clara flies.
Oh.
So when the Christmas tree starts growing and the living room starts growing, well, she starts to fly. So she's actually flying above the entire battle scene that's happening between the Nutcracker Prince and the Mouse King there. So I added a flying element to it, which again the children adore, and it also makes the adults gasp as well when she takes off inside the living room. Another thing that's been very popular that we found out last year from the children was I'm from Canada originally. I spent a lot of time working with children's theater and children's television. And we did a lot of puppetry, marionettes, and hand puppets and bigger puppets, mechanical, animatronic puppets. So there's a lot of puppetry in this Nutcracker because I thought at Christmas and the children and the toys and the dolls and the marionettes. So there's some incredible puppet builders here, of course, that were Disney, Universal, all these. So we enlisted this team of puppet builders to bring us all new marionettes. And then there's a goose that gets on the loose, the Christmas goose that never gets cooked, running through the house. And in the second act, we go to a very giant mother goose. Most Nutcracker stories have Mother Ginger, where all the children come out from underneath her skirt. So I kept going with the goose motif, and it's actually Mother Goose. And she has all her little goslings around her with feathers. And then one of those goslings flies at the end as well. So sort of taking the traditional and how much more fun can we have with it, and what unique sort of things can we refresh it with while still maintaining the beautiful Christmas story and Clara's journey all the way through.
That's wonderful. And what's interesting about the Orlando Ballet is that you don't need all of that production because the dancers are just so good, and it's always just a wonderful show. So you've got not just the Nutcracker, but you're already probably working on the next thing. What's coming down for 2025? What's down the road?
We will be doing my production of Peter Pan in February. So yay, more flying there, right? And sword fights. And I just finished staging my production of Peter Pan for Oklahoma City Ballet. And now the sets are here. And right after Nutcracker closes, we'll be into the Peter Pan rehearsals. So you've got your Wendy's and Tinkerbells, the Crocodiles, Captain Hook. So again, to follow Nutcracker, another great family event, family ballet with something for everybody in it. And as you said, the dancers do such an incredible job with the movement that there doesn't need to be a whole lot extra on stage for them to really shine.
Yeah, if you like the classical ballet, it's there.
That's right.
And having the production is just a cherry on top. It's really nice.
That's right.
So as the artistic director, I've always wondered, how do you decide which shows to produce, which shows resonate with this community, and how do you pull the audience to the next thing?
Right. It's probably I'm glad you asked that question. It's one of the most difficult things for a director to do, because I have to think about what challenges are the dancers ready for? Are they ready for something? 2 years ago, I did A Streetcar Named Desire, right? A very meaty Tennessee Williams, some pretty harsh characters in there, still beauty in the story. And part of the reason I brought Streetcar in because I knew last year I was going to do Casanova. So you want to stepstone the challenges for your artists dramatically and physically and emotionally so that you set them up to succeed. And then you've got to think about, well, is the community ready for this kind of show? Will the audience come and see something that is perhaps not so light and airy, but a little more meaty and of the human condition? Because as artists, I feel it's our responsibility to share what we're feeling as a culture, as a city, as a society, as a community. And those are the good stories and the bad stories. We support each other through the good and the bad, right? So building and curating really a season like that, I make sure that there's something for the families. I make sure that there's something that will intrigue the intellects and the real dance aficionados. We're bringing in, for the first time in Orlando, Martha Graham in the spring, right? I couldn't believe that Orlando Ballet had not done a Martha Graham piece, so we're getting our first Martha Graham piece. Things like that I'm trying to bring to the community, bring to the city, Central Florida, that we can really embrace and enjoy together.
And that is why the Orlando Ballet is such an important part of this community.
Well, I thank you so much.
Thank you for being with us, Jordan.
My pleasure.
And if you've seen the Nutcracker before, you haven't seen this Nutcracker. So go and check it out. Again, thank you for being with us, and we'll be right back.
For Taste of the Town, I had the pleasure of going to Mia's Italian Kitchen. It is delicious. Take a look. Hello and welcome to Taste of the Town. I'm Carissa Clark. I'm here at Mia's Italian Kitchen on International Drive. It is beautiful and the food is delicious. I am so excited. I'd like to introduce you to Miss Suzanne Clares.
Hi.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Thanks so much for having us here.
You are so welcome. I love coming here to eat regularly. I absolutely love it, so I am very excited.
Awesome.
Okay, please tell everyone, what do we have here today?
So we're starting off with our giant meatball, which, as you can see, certainly lives up to its name.
Yes.
So we start with an all beef meatball.
Okay.
It's an 80-20 blend, which you
Okay.
always want to use with your meatballs because that 20% fat content really keeps the moisture when you're
really?
cooking, because you obviously want to make sure you're cooking this to full temperature inside, but that really helps retain that moisture.
Oh,
so
okay.
we pack it full of spices and panko breadcrumbs, egg, ricotta cheese, and we roll it up, and then we tuck 2 ounces of mozzarella cheese right in the center. So
that's so exciting.
It's full. It is 16 ounces of the meat and the meatball mix and 2 ounces of cheese for
Okay.
an 18-ounce true monster. It lives up to its name of a giant
That's
meatball.
what it's called, True Monster.
Yeah, that's what I call it.
Oh my gosh, I love it. Also, explain to me, kitchen. Why are you not a restaurant here?
So we call ourselves Mia's Italian Kitchen because we are truly an Italian scratch kitchen. We make everything fresh in-house, and you can really tell, it really comes through in the flavors and the quality of the food. We make things fresh every day.
Yes.
Nothing is frozen.
Wonderful.
We just make things fresh, and it's really a testament to, you know, the quality of the food that we offer our guests.
I think that is so amazing. I think that's completely worthwhile. And I know you at home completely capable of making this amazing meatball. I love meatballs. They make me very happy. So please walk me through here. What
Of
do we
course.
have?
And I want to say, you know, we have a specific recipe for our meatball, but
Okay.
make it your own.
Okay.
You know, this is a very good suggestion of what to do. Obviously, the 80-20 is important. You know, breadcrumbs, eggs, all of the basics, but any spices that you want to put in are certainly up to your own, and make it your own family recipe.
Okay, that's reasonable.
So, you know, we have these are hot held. So we cook them through, and then we hold them with water and a mix of our signature marinara sauce.
Okay.
That retains the moisture throughout the day.
Okay.
So we serve it up right in here, and then we have our marinara sauce, again, made in-house, very simple, 6 ingredients that we make, and you go ahead and we drizzle it right over the top here. So we cover it completely, give it nice, because this giant meatball, once you open it, you want to make sure you get some of that marinara in every single bite.
Yes.
So you're going to get to the heart of it with that beautiful mozzarella cheese, which don't talk to me about cheese. It's my favorite thing in the whole
me
world.
too.
So plenty of it in the meatball.
Okay.
So we're going to start with that, get
Okay.
a nice piping hot marinara, nice, keeps it nice and hot. And then you have grated Parmigiano. So you're just going to dust that right on the top there. Because, again, more cheese.
Oh, absolutely.
And then just some fresh basil.
Okay.
Try to use fresh basil. We use everything is fresh down to our herbs and spices. We keep, you know, it makes a difference.
Sure it does.
It just
Yes.
tastes fantastic.
Yes.
So you get that fresh basil right on the top.
So good.
And then, you know, again, you can't have a great sauce, a meaty sauce that gets blended here without garlic bread. So we do rustic garlic bread, which we grill to order as well. We take a
You grill it.
on our, we have a char grill. So you get those beautiful char grilled marks. Adds a little depth and little like smokiness to
love
the
that.
flavor.
Oh, sure.
It cuts through some of that
Yes.
saltiness. It cuts through some of that creaminess and the texture of the meatball. So you can really kind of just make sure you get every last bite.
That is so thoughtful.
Yep,
I mean,
so-
it's really genuinely thoughtful.
Yep. So when we serve it up, it'll be something like this. Just a beautiful plate, beautiful
Oh, my
meatball.
goodness. It is beautiful. Isn't that beautiful? I think you can absolutely make this at home. And this is like a wow. It can either be an appetizer, but also family style. So
Yes.
you do celebrate families here.
Yes.
Yeah. So what is your family style?
So obviously, family is at the heart of everything in this restaurant.
Mhm.
So we do offer a family style every night, 3 p.m. to closing.
Oh, wow.
It starts at 3. Yes, our dinner service starts at 3. It's
Mhm.
$39 per person,
Okay.
and the table chooses 5 items to share, plus a salad and a dessert.
Wow.
So 7 items for $39 per
Wow.
person.
Wow.
So those 5 items are going to be portioned to whatever size group you are. So if you're a party of 2, you can do family style and share together. If you're a party of 10, you can do it and share together. This meatball serves, as you can see, anywhere between 2 to 4, maybe 1 if it's
Okay.
if it's you.
I may have been here a few times
Yeah.
and may have ordered this. This is absolutely one of my favorite dishes.
It can be a full meal.
Okay.
But and then you can choose any of our other items. You can start with your 5 items can be an appetizer, a pizza, a pasta, a specialty item, and a sandwich.
Okay.
Or you can do 3 appetizers and 2 salads.
Okay.
Whatever you want to do.
and reservations are recommended.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Especially on the weekends when we do our brunch, which we'll get to. But we certainly recommend them, although we do accept walk-ins of any size party.
Okay. I encourage you to make a reservation or to walk in. I am so excited to take another bite of this. This is absolutely one of my favorites. So here, oh, look at you. Isn't she great?
It's hospitality.
Oh my gosh, hospitality at its best. Okay. So here, I'm going to go like this so I don't. Every time. The first bite. And the thing is that as you eat it, it still stays completely delicious, completely worth it. Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I do encourage you to go to our website for more details. I invite you to come here to Mia's Italian Kitchen to enjoy your taste of the town. Bring your family, bring your friends. Until then, I'll see you around town. Clarence, do you want to know a fun fact about Mia's? Everything on the menu is the grandmother's inspiration to the grandson who owns Mia's Italian Kitchen. She spoke Italian, he spoke English, but they spoke food. And
That's
it is
why.
fabulous.
And it tastes so good.
A lot of love.
Grandma touched it.
Made with a lot of love.
Holiday magic awaits the whole family at the Oh What Fun Holiday Festival now through December 22nd. Watch as Lake Nona Town Center transforms into a winter wonderland known as Peppermint Square with a calendar full of celebrations and events. Enjoy different entertainment each night, including Santa's Toy Box Show, Peppermint Square Snow Days with actual snow, holiday sweets, and much more. For the whole list of events, visit ohwhatfunlakenona.com.
One of the most comprehensive punk memorabilia exhibitions can be found at the Orlando Museum of Art, now through January 5th. It is called Torn Apart, Punk and New Wave Graphics, Fashion and Culture from 1976 to 1986. And it brings together Andrew Kavin's extensions collection of punk graphics and ephemera, Vivienne Westwood's garments, and Sheila Rock's photography. Torn Apart highlights the brilliant designs of the era and the designers who created them. It takes place now through January 5th. And for more information, go to omart.org.
Gather round the fire as critically acclaimed Victorian performance troupe Phantasmagoria returns with their all-new collection of haunted tales for the holiday season. At 7:30 on December 19th at the Ritz Theater in Sanford, tales of holiday haunts, Christmas Eve terrors, whimsical spirits, and much more will celebrate the tradition of telling ghost stories on the eve of the holidays. It's a wonderfully spirited way to celebrate holiday festivities in Phantasmagoria's unique performance performance style. For tickets and more details, go to ritztheatersanford.com.
Even though it's the Christmas season, there's a little bah humbug taking place at the Garden Theater now until December 22nd. Scrooge is a musical adaptation of Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol, where miserly Ebenezer Scrooge is visited by the ghost of his former business partner. He's guided by all three spirits to discover the true meaning of Christmas as he confronts his past, present, and potential future. For tickets and showtimes, go to gardentheater.org. Oh my goodness, there's a lot going on.
Yeah.
A lot of holiday fun.
And something interesting for pretty much everybody.
Everyone,
Yeah.
everyone's interest.
This is a good week. to get
Yes,
out. Yeah.
which is very expansive.
Yeah.
Very, very good.
That wraps up this week of events. And if you have one that you'd like to share with us for next month, send us an email at cafe@ocfl.net. I'm Clarence Reynolds.
And I'm Carissa Clark. Remember to join us next week to see what's new and exciting in your community.